Now it's time for part 3 of my conversation with Samantha.
You're killing it. You're killing it. I
Yeah.
mean, I know that the last journalism class I took was like 6 years ago. Um, Bless you, Mrs. Muir. Um, I promise I remember most of the things. Um, I did actually retain most of the things that you said, even if it didn't look like I was paying attention. I promise I was. I just don't like eye contact. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, no. But yeah, and then part of this whole game is one of the main aspects is if it's your turn, you speak, and if it's not your turn, nobody speaks.
Mhm.
So that's kind of a big difference of this game than a lot of other like icebreaker type of games. But yeah, that's also why I'm trying to be quiet because that's kind of the rules of the game. But I want you to know that I'm hearing you.
You're killing it. You're killing it.
Thank you.
That's why for a second there I was not. I was like, oh, I didn't know that was the rule. So I'm just gonna listen you go over the rule.
No, that's totally fine. I was thinking about it. I was like, oh, I should have explained that a little better, but over the phone ones are a little bit more relaxed than if you were in person and had the board out, then I would have explained it a little more. So, are you ready to pull the last card?
Yes.
Okay. Would you like 1 or 2?
Let's go with one, just because my answer to the other one was so long.
Okay, well, this one might be just as long. Who knows?
Oh boy.
Let's see. So it says, what is something you feel too old to do and why?
What do I feel too old
You
to
just had a
do?
birthday, so.
I did just have a birthday. Um, so this is gonna sound really bizarre
Okay.
because I just aged into this thing. Um, but I do have a reason for
Mhm,
this.
mhm,
Sometimes I feel too old to drink,
mhm,
which it's not so much old in terms of an age sense. It's more when I drink alcohol, my joints hurt,
mm.
and so I feel kind of like an old lady when I'm like, if I drink the weird stuff made from the bread, my joints ache. Um, and so I'm just like, so sometimes I'm like, I really shouldn't be drinking because I don't want my joints to hurt. I don't want
Mhm,
to like be hunched over the next day going, my arms hurt, my legs hurt.
mm,
And that wasn't necessarily a thing when I was like 21.
mhm,
And maybe it's because I don't stretch enough. I'm sure that's what my wonderful, wonderful mom would tell me um, if she were privy to this conversation. She would say, that's because you don't stretch enough in the mornings. And she's probably right. Maybe I need to stretch more in the mornings. I think I'm like better about this specifically right this second, just because my roommates and I had a party a few nights ago, um, and I was not planning on drinking, but one of our guests specifically went out of his way to get something he knew I would like,
mm.
and I was like, "That's too sweet." Like he ended up in this like weird alcohol shop like 20 minutes from our apartment and was late because he was trying to find the thing that I really like.
Mhm,
And I thought that was very, very sweet. So I did drink.
mhm.
But then the next morning, I was like, I feel like I have claws. Which, again, not his fault. He didn't know that that's why I wasn't planning on drinking. But, because we just met. But it was very, very nice of him.
Mhm,
And I appreciated that, but I do kind of feel old right now.
mhm,
Um,
mhm,
Kind of as a bonus question, attend high school. That
mhm.
is another thing that I feel too old to do. Because legally in the state of Pennsylvania, you can only attend high school until you are 21,
Mhm,
and I am currently 24.
mhm.
So legally, I cannot attend high school.
Mhm.
um, which mixed bagged feelings on that one.
Mhm.
On one hand, high school. On the other hand, too old.
Mhm.
Um, Too old, but for high school, but too old nonetheless.
Mhm.
Um, and as I said, like I have a wonderful high school history teacher, even though I have him on Facebook and he tags me and stuff.
Mhm.
So I still get that, which I'm very grateful for. And I'm following most of my teachers on social media, so um, which is very interesting, especially like when, first of all, it's great knowing when they have kids because I often would get caught off guard by maternity leave, but now I'm not as caught off guard by it as I was when I was like literally in school.
Mhm.
But on the other hand, that information is mostly useless to me now, except for me to comment like congratulations and like be genuinely happy for them. Like it's
Mhm.
not going to impact my academic career. I can just be happy for them.
Mhm.
So in that way, it's easier, and it's not really like it's not a devastating thing
Mhm.
to be too old to be in high school, because things that seemed really urgent and like they would kind of negatively impact me, I'm realizing in retrospect, no, that really, that just was not about me.
Mhm.
That was not about me. And now it's even more so not about me. And that's
Mhm.
nice. I can just be
Mhm.
happy for people and not freak out, which I should have been doing all along, but I can especially do now.
Mhm.
Um,
Alright.
so from there, I did find a list of apparently prompts from the Ungame, but it's like formatted in this sort of weird card deck.
Is it the like the real card decks, like the ace of whatevers and stuff?
That's the one.
Yep.
I just found it.
Nice.
It says copyright 2011, so I don't own these. Um, so let's do this.
And this has been part 3 of my conversation with Samantha. Please join us for part 4, where Samantha is going to ask me some Ungame questions too. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks so much for listening.